I guess one thing that I would talk about specifically is kind of the role of some of the role models and the mentors that I had in developing that leadership philosophy throughout my career. Because in particular, the first commanding officer that I worked for was he was a former first class bosun mate who went to officer candidate school, and then became the CO of a cutter. And so he was, I guess, the rare example of an officer who actually was an expert in a lot of the things that his guys were doing. But even though he had that expertise and really could teach people a lot and do a lot himself, and he could have forced people to do things more his way if he'd wanted to, because he could have said, hey, I'm an expert, I'm a former first class bosun mate, I know how to do this, that, and the other thing. He didn't. He really still took kind of a hands-off approach. He drew those large contours and then said, hey, this is where we ultimately want to get to. And then he let people work their own way. And where he would step in and use that expertise was in training, making sure that he was teaching people, hey, these are the best practices, and I know based on my experience. So I was able to take a little bit of that from him. But not having, been prior enlisted myself, obviously, I had to tailor my leadership philosophy a bit to myself, and understand that some of the mentorship that he was able to give and some technical expertise that he had, unfortunately for me, I was never going to have that because I came from a different path to get to where I was.